I love this boat. This boat rides so good.
How's that?
With no top, like I hate to say it, I love the top, but the boat rides so nice without it.
Yeah.
It really does.
All right, guys, we're here in Clearwater, Florida. We're back with LTB. We already did a walkthrough of the 32. We did a walkthrough of the 25. Those videos are on my YouTube channel, so you guys can check it out. I'm with Abe. He's one of the owners of LTB. And today we're going to do a walkthrough, but this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk more about the build process, Abe, and how and why you did what you did with this boat. And we're going to do that starting at the stern all the way to the bow, and we'll be comparing it to the 32 as well. We'll maybe talk about the different, the comparison between the 32 and the 25 as far as the build process goes. So this is the first single 300 or single 25 that I'm going to ride on.
That's right, because the last ones you've been on have both been twins.
So we'll get a good comparison. We're going to do a sea trial as well on this 25. And I love this layout. It's got no T-top, so it's naked. It's got the single 300, the dual power poles. This, for me, Abe, is like the perfect
jack plate. This one has a this one has a custom made live well as a seat.
And we'll show them that live well in a second, because that is pretty badass. And this one has something a little different we haven't seen on the 25 yet, at least in my videos, is those compartments over here, which are really cool. The pitch wells there. And this one has a...
this is running a power pole, the new power pole trolling motors.
The new power pole.
Super awesome product.
Awesome. So let's start back here at the stern, Abe. Let's get on there and
let's jump in.
I'll start asking you some questions here. Maybe we could start with the engine. I know you guys are Mercury guys, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like Mercury performs the best on these hulls?
There's other motors that perform, all motors nowadays are fairly good.
Yes.
But the Mercury definitely has the best NVH approach. So they're the smoothest motor, the most efficient motor, the quietest motor, going in and out of gear. You can barely tell you're going in and out of gear with the motors. Mm-hmm. So it definitely gives you a really luxury experience on an engine package.
And as far as the jack plate goes, I mean, everybody knows Bob's Machine Shop.
Yeah, we've been working with Bob's for
they're great.
many years. They're fantastic people. They have great service and amazing products.
And now the bracket for this boat, okay? You guys use Welding World.
Yes.
I know about Welding World from Alfred. He's done some work with them. I know they do amazing fuel tanks. As a matter of fact, they're going to be doing the fuel tank on my 17 Mako that I'm restoring, which is awesome. We're going to work something out with those guys so you guys get to see them. But I know they do amazing work. Why did you choose them, and why this bracket?
Welding World, from all the brackets that I've personally seen, build processes, engineering, they're the best. In-house engineers. Our brackets have almost like a boat. It has a stringer system and a bulkhead system inside welded to the bracket.
That's amazing.
We have a single setup right now with a 500 racing engine on it. That's a supercharged V8. You can just imagine the amount of torque that's putting out. And we've had no issues whatsoever. And we abuse that boat a lot. The build quality I think is the best in the industry. I don't think you can get a better bracket than a Welding World bracket.
And the 32 has also
the
Welding World bracket.
And that was again custom engineered by them. Many hours of me sitting down with their engineering team to get all the angles right and flotation and all that type of stuff.
And I believe you mentioned that bracket's even capable for 3 engines.
So we have another. It's a different design with a larger flotation, but yes, we have a triple engine design bracket for the boat already.
And this bracket is shaped the same as the hull,
custom,
unlike other brackets.
Unlike other brackets, which are either flat or shaped in with a sharp edge on it, we actually were able to follow the exact same 24-degree round bottom of the hull.
And does that help with the ride? Does that help the water flow just naturally off the bottom?
I think that our angles probably will helps the water flow the most, but aesthetically, it's that extra custom touch, right? And when you're purchasing a custom-made boat, you want as much custom touches to it as possible.
So now the bracket bolts up to the transom.
Yes.
What type of transom, what type of materials are we doing, and what, if you want to share with us, maybe the laminate schedule, how many layers of fiberglass? This is one of the things that with LTB is they'll show you everything, they'll tell you everything. We did a walkthrough of the factory where you guys showed everything. There's nothing to hide. So you guys really get to see how these boats are built. So what are we using for the transom material? Is it some type of composite board?
So on the transom of the 25, it's a single board. It's a 2-inch Coosa board.
Okay.
That is our core. But before that core, this boat is housing 7 layers of glass before the core and 7 layers of glass after the core. We always do the equal amount of glass before and after, because that's really what keeps it, that's really what's going to keep the transom super rigid forever.
Forever. And the stringer system that you have, how does that how many stringers are we looking at on this boat?
So this boat has 2 stringers on it.
Okay.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bulkheads down each side.
5 bulkheads down each side. And how thick are those stringers?
The stringers are, the composite material in the center is 1.5 inches, and then we wrap them up in 5 layers of glass.
5 layers of glass.
5 layers
on
of
that.
glass.
Now, when you're laying
0.9045. That's
Right.
something very important, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that have been moving to some of these materials to eliminate labor cost a little bit, and these materials usually that are being used are 0.90s, which what happens is that without the 45, you'll have more flex in the fiberglass when you're hitting waves, and you can literally look down gunnels sometimes and see the boat flexing.
What Abe is talking about, just to clarify, is the actual fiberglass. So
Yes.
when you guys have seen me do my restorations, the 1708, right, is the 45
It's the
degree,
45
the
degree.
fibers that run 45 degrees, and then the 1808, for example, is
0.90.
a 90,
It's a 0.90.
So now you have literally 360 degrees of strength.
Of strength.
Right? As a matter of fact, Abe, I was watching a video yesterday, somebody posted, and I don't want to say the name of the boat, but they were going down cruising and they were just hitting little wakes, and you could see the whole.
I've been on a
gunnels.
few boats where you look down
You
the
could
gunner,
see-
you can see
you
the
could see it
twisting effect.
twisting.
Yeah.
And I noticed, because I noticed things like that.
Because you're
right?
into boat building.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people won't notice
Yeah,
that,
won't notice. But that's just
those
something
are
to
the
think
little
about.
things that as boat
Yeah.
builders you notice.
So when you're building up this transom, for example, you're going 1708, 1808,
0.90, exactly. 0.90, 0.90, 45, 0.90, 45, 0.90,
And
45.
same thing for the stringers.
Same thing for the stringer, same thing for our layup on the floor, same thing all over the boat. That's how we lay up.
Nice. All right, so back here we have our live well and stuff. You guys use Gemlux hardware? What type of
The
hardware
majority,
are we using?
everything, all the hardware on our boats is either Gemlux or Marine Town,
Okay, awesome.
which are the two, highest grade right now. But sometimes one has stuff and sometimes another one doesn't have stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah, and that's just how it is. Sometimes
that's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
That's what happens when you have a production line.
Now, another question that I had for you, and I believe we talked about it during the walkthrough of their factory, was the type of resin that you guys use.
Yeah.
A lot of people use vinyl ester. Some people use boatyard.
It's a good product.
Right?
Vinyl
yeah,
is a
vinyl
great-
ester is a
great
great product.
product.
Everybody knows
Yeah.
that that's a great product. But you found that the boat performs different with different resins.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So what type of resins are you guys using?
We have a custom made. So in resin, you have the DHCP, right, which is like your
Okay.
filler material. When you hear somebody say, "I'm using vinyl ester," "I'm using ISO," whatever they're using, right? What nobody's really telling you, right, is the mix that's inside the resin. And when somebody says they have an ISO resin, for example, it could be 20%, 10% ISO, and the rest is
still called
filler-
ISO.
And it's still called ISO, but the rest is filler material. So not all ISOs are the same. Not all
They're
vinyl
not all
esters are the
created
same. They're
equal.
not all created equal.
Okay.
So we have a custom blend that's made that we use that was come up that actually the company is called Fiberly that came up with that blend, and our blend is over 50% ortho, which makes it a much higher grade product than even some
Vinyl esters?
even some vinyl esters that people are claiming is vinyl ester out there. We find that the ortho product on this specific hull, it does a great job absorbing impact.
Really?
It's not as rigid as the ISOs. Most 25s out there are using ISOs.
Yeah. We talked about that briefly on the phone the other day about absorbing impact. You were thinking about if you had the money to build a boat out of wood for like yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
I would love to test it.
That would be fun because people hate on wood, and I've even hated on wood because I deal with so many boats that rot. But done right, they last forever as well. But I'm curious to see how this boat would ride with wood, because we know the strength of wood.
The strength of
Yeah.
the wood, and the wood has more of a property of impact absorption than other
Yeah.
different materials. So I would love to actually build a boat for myself one day out of wood
Yeah.
and see what the difference is.
Yeah, that would be fun to see. Now, this is a 3-piece boat.
Yes.
Correct? Okay, so you have, basically what that means is you have the hull, right?
The
You
hull
have
outside.
The inner liner.
Then we have
and
the inner liner, which includes the walls.
Right, which includes the walls. How do you bond that together, Abe? How's that bonded together?
So on this model, on this bottle we have, after we set it, we actually are able to get in every compartment and glass the whole boat together.
Okay.
So this
From
whole
the
boat,
inside.
from the inside, this boat is glassed together. So it's glassed together at the rear bulkhead, at the front bulkhead, at the gunnel supports, and then we get inside all the hatches and glass the whole boat down.
And on the sides here, do you have like a
Yes.
bonding putty that you bond
Yes.
for the sides of the holes
Yes,
as well?
as well.
Okay, and then the cap?
and the cap gets bonded by glassing. It's not just screwed on. Obviously, it's screwed on by
Right.
the outside with 3/16 hardware, but we also glass the cap to the boat all the way around, including, very important. Or we'll get there afterwards.
Okay,
We'll get there.
okay, yeah,
we'll talk about that afterwards.
We could talk about that. So this is a 3-piece boat. In my opinion, the 3-piece boats are stronger. Is that
They're
is
more
that,
comfortable. I think that
Yeah.
they're stronger. They're more comfortable.
You get a lot more
You
toe.
get more
Yeah.
toe. It doesn't feel like a bathtub.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. It gives the boat definitely a bigger look. Now, one thing that I love about your particular boat is the non-skid, right? And
Yeah, that's a
special
proprietary.
thing.
That's a special thing for us.
that's a special thing to LTB. Why is that? Because it's not just your regular
Because
non-skid.
this is created by one of our long-term team members. So this is literally you can only find this non-skid on an LTB.
On an LTB, and I love it, and it has a lot of grip, but it's perfect. I love.
It has
I
a
love
lot of
this.
grip
Yeah.
to it. It bites your feet really
Yeah.
well, but at the same time, it's easy to clean.
It's easy to
and
clean.
it's inside of our mold, so it's gel coat. It ain't fading. Nothing's happening to it.
Now, Abe, you guys build your molds,
Yes.
right? You guys build your molds in house.
All of our boats are built in house.
Everything is built in house. How do you guys do that?
Exhaustive work.
Yeah.
It's why I would say it's why we don't have the Speedy Gonzalez of spitting on new models.
Right.
It's a lot of work to build your own molds, but to us it's part of keeping the value of the boat. Again, if we start spending too much money on molds, then the cost of our boats have to go up, right?
For sure.
This is a business. It's not a hobby at the end of the day.
Exactly. Can we take a look in the bilge
Absolutely.
here,
Let's take
Abe?
a look at
Let's
this
just
thing.
take a look in here.
This is one of our more complicated bilges.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on back
There's
here.
a
You have
lot
the
going
twin.
on.
You have the twin power pole, so that's
Yes.
more rigging that has to go through here.
There's a lot of plumbing on this one because of the third live well.
Okay. And then also, you guys have Seakeeper right on this, right? Does this one have Seakeeper?
This customer just put it on. So this boat originally did not have Seakeeper ride. It just had trim tabs.
Yeah. So you have the box in here. There's a lot of rigging going on in here, but still, this is a customer's boat, so
This is a
used.
customer's boat, and just so everybody knows, this boat is over 2 years old.
2 years old. And it's
Yeah.
got almost 400 hours, right?
It's got almost 400 hours.
almost
on it.
400 hours. Yeah. I mean, this mold here, this for the deck is just nice, man. All the runoff goes straight to
Yes.
the rear decks. It's super nice. Let's go up to the leaning post here and the live well, because this is a super interesting part of this boat. How did you guys come up with this? The customer requested this,
The
right?
customer requested this. This was a model that he saw, and he brought us the part. So he brought us this. Live well leaning post setup, and he said, "Make it happen," and we made it happen.
Show them how this thing works.
It
'cause I
works
found
pretty
this to
nifty.
be
So you can
pretty amazing.
open here, right, to just get your bait. But when you get all the bait onto the boat, you can push this
Look
forward.
at this thing. Jesus, look at that.
Right, and then you can throw
Your
your,
whole
net.
cast
your
net can go in there in
whole
one
cast
shot.
net can go inside there in one shot.
And then you have access to like your plumbing and stuff in
Yes, and it's you got all your plumbing. It's got drains on the bottom. I mean, it's pretty well set up.
there. I like that it shows your diversity that you guys have. You can really do anything. And that's what you get with a custom boat builder like you guys. This leaning post is perfect for the guy that really is a hardcore fisherman. Because you have a live well back here, you have this one, and you have the
And
end
you
deck
have
up-
the
up-
and you
up
have
in
the
front.
bow one.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious, Abe, how does this thing ride with a single compared to twins?
I'm a twin guy personally,
Right.
but it rides great with a single. I mean, it is definitely a good setup with a single. It's a 52 mile an hour top speed.
That's fast enough for me.
2.5 miles per gallon.
That's great. For a 25
It's
foot boat.
efficient.
Yeah.
It allows it. It allows it to you can get into like skinnier water a little bit.
The charter captain was telling me he was fishing in 2 feet of water yesterday. So, I mean, that's great.
It's definitely very versatile and easier to maintain.
Now, up here, this is not your traditional console
No.
like you do in your other boats.
This was another.
This one's another change, right?
We loved working with the owner of this boat because he really knew what he wanted.
Right.
So when you're building a semi-custom boat, the more a person is involved with you and knows what they want, the easier our job is to actually deliver. And he wanted this enclosure, and just like the Faruno Electronics, he knew everything that he wanted.
Yeah. I mean, this is a sweet little setup. I actually like the RESA stuff. It keeps the GPS a little, you know, I guess safer from the elements.
It does.
I like it, you know, I think it's pretty cool.
It makes it easier to see because it
Yes.
provides shade. So like, for example, we're looking at this right now and remember, we don't have a top on the boat.
Right.
So this really helps to be able to see, because even on our 500 racing engine
Yep.
orange boat that we have the 24-inch Simrad, it's sometimes with
It's
certain
hard to
light,
see.
it's hard to see it.
It's hard to see, for sure. And I'll be honest with you, I love the look of no T-top, but being in South Florida, you do need some shade. But I love the look of no T-top. It just makes it look so clean.
This the owner of this boat, you know, fishing obviously is his main priority, and he just finds for his style of fishing, he does a lot of live bait drifting type of fishing.
Okay.
He wanted to be able to the true fish around experience,
Yeah.
where you're not worried about hitting the top with the rods.
I like that. I also noticed that these aren't your traditional.
No, he was pretty
Push
adamant. He wanted the toggles,
Yeah.
just like he wanted his. He specifically wanted this gauge. From
Really?
Mercury. Yes. No, this customer knew what he wanted to the T.
Well, that goes to show you. You guys work with whoever it
With
is.
whoever.
Yeah, with whatever.
That's
they
a
want.
pleasure working with guys like that too, because
Yeah.
you're building them a dream, right? So
Right.
it's a really nice experience at the delivery of the boat also.
For sure.
Even this section over here, which was custom made for him.
Oh, so this is not in the mold?
No.
You guys built this for him?
This was actually done outside.
Really
Yes, this is a one-off.
nice, man. Look at that. That's sweet, man. And then, so let's move forward. Maybe we could talk a little bit about the rigging. You guys do your rigging and stuff in house?
Yes, and we have our rigging partners as well. This boat specifically was rigged by our rigging partner, Wired Up,
Okay.
up in the Clearwater area.
Look at that. I mean, that's our work right
They
there.
do
right?
incredible work.
Yeah, this is incredible work right here.
Remember, this is already 2 years old, so you can imagine, right? Like
Yeah,
it's nothing's
clean.
broken, everything's clean.
Yep. Yeah, this is a sweet setup.
Yeah, we all follow. Obviously, everybody who works with us in rigging, they follow. It's our footprint. It's our. We work together to make sure that the boats are the same.
Yep.
And there's certain things that must be in certain places on the
Yeah.
boat. But for the most part, yeah, Wired Up is one of our rigging partners, and they've done an incredible job on this boat.
Awesome. We talked about the cap. We talked about the three-piece construction. Is that the same for the 32, or is it basically the same build?
It's basically the same, but not the same. So obviously, that boat is going to have a little bit more glass involved with all
Right.
of its parts. For example, this
Transoms
boat-
beefier.
Transoms definitely beefier. This boat doesn't require, for example, bulkheads underneath the cap in order to have rigidity.
Okay.
But that one, because of the size,
Because
it
of
does.
the size it
so
does.
that one has a little bit more of a beefier setup.
And what type of coring material are you guys using on the cap?
This has the highest density of PVC scrimmed and scored.
Really?
In order, yeah, and very important, because the scrim and scored obviously adds a lot of cost,
Right.
but it allows it to contour perfectly to what you're laying up.
Yep.
So the chances of having any type of delamination are greatly brought down.
What is that? The Venezuela, is it not 80
The
pounds?
Venezuela.
Is it?
I believe
is it
it's 80 pounds.
80
I
pounds?
believe
Yeah,
it's
that's
80
the highest density. Yeah.
Yeah, because we cranked this down on it
Yeah, and there's no flex on that.
at all.
Yeah, there's no
As a matter
flex.
of fact, out in the, I wish you would have been on board with me on one of the sea trials that we did out in the Keys. We actually had a trolling motor deploy by mistake on a boat at 50 miles per hour.
Jeez.
I'm in Coda, and I was driving the boat, and it's on a sea swivel. It doesn't even have the backing plate at the bottom. It has washers, and nothing ripped off.
Really?
Think about that.
That's
Think
not-
about the
at
amount of
50
pressure we're
miles
talking
an
about.
hour.
We're talking about that. Well, the Minn Kota exploded. So it hit the water, it bent all the way back, and exploded. So all we were left with was the base, and nothing happened to the cap at all. There's zero repair.
That's amazing.
None. We installed a new trolling motor on top. We plugged it in. Done.
You know, that's not the first time that I've heard these trolling motors deploying on their own. I've heard.
I
about
think,
that
I'll be
before.
honest, I think it was the owner's mistake.
Yeah.
I don't think it was clipped into place
Oh, okay.
correctly. I think it was kind of loose, and I didn't realize it when I
Yeah.
was running the boat. So, but it did deploy me at 50 miles an hour.
That's
I mean,
nuts.
that's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. So is this an option that you guys have?
Yes,
So this can be put into the mold.
Our pitch wells.
Nice.
Let's go to this side, because
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, it's a perfect spot to keep your fresh and your salt water.
keeps
Washed
fresh.
out.
I mean, this customer chose this, but you can also, a lot of people use this to throw, they'll take a bucket,
Uh-huh.
throw some salt water in it, and you can use it for your pitch baits.
Yeah. True.
Very few people actually will plumb these. I think they're a little bit too small for plumbing, but they are definitely usable while you're fishing.
For sure. Now we have another live well here in the deck. How many gallons are these live wells, by the way? So
This
you have
this
the
one
rear
here is 50 gallons. The back one's 35.
35, and then this center one's like 70 or something, right?
It's about, I believe it's if it's not 70, it's just shy. I think it's like 60 something gallons.
And then one of the things that
This is also custom done by us.
this glass here.
Yes,
Nice. So you guys do all that in house.
that was all done in house.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah, you can see it goes pretty deep in there.
Yeah, that's big. You can put a bunch of bait in there. Now, I know that commercial guys love that fish box up front, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, how big is that? What is that? 6
I
foot?
believe it's 100 and we measured one time. It's 110 gallons. I believe it is.
Wow. Yeah. Let's take a look in there so
Yeah,
they can
absolutely.
see. Big old fish box. That's nice. Yeah, you're putting all your.
It's
tunas and stuff
also
in there.
you know, it's completely it has insulation completely.
Oh, so it's insulated with foam on the outside.
It's completely insulated.
What do you guys use for that? Is that PU foam? PU foam that you guys use?
We'll actually use the same PVC
Okay.
because we want to make it to where if you're throwing weights in there, something it's not going to crush it. It's
not gonna
So
crush.
if you use something softer, you could crush it if you throw something in.
I see.
We overthink everything we do. We think of worst case scenario.
Yeah. And usually the charter captains are worst case scenario. Those guys
Yeah,
are tough.
I mean they're tough and
every
they
day.
use the boat a lot, right?
Yeah.
These are guys that are using the boat every day. So when
Right.
you use something every day, you're going to somehow break it.
Yeah. Now compared to the 32,
No, this is the 32 is probably 2 to 3 times this size.
yeah, and the 32 is also finished inside. Is that correct?
Yes, the
Yeah.
32 has the front one finished and has the rear ones finished.
And I'll put pictures up so you guys can see of the 32, and I'm gonna put both videos of the 32 and the 25 full walkthrough. I just really wanted to show you guys this particular model, the diversity that these guys can do on the different models of boats. I mean the color is just gorgeous. This is what Aqua Mist or Seafoam.
This has a two-tone to it. I
Yeah.
believe this was like a seafoam.
Yeah, I really like that with the white. That Matterhorn white looks really nice. And then up here you have your anchor locker, right?
Yep.
Tons of road. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's custom made for us by Welding World right there.
Also, Welding World makes that for you guys as well.
Welding World makes
Sweet.
that for us.
Yeah, that anchor's not going anywhere.
Believe it or not, it was designed for us by a customer of ours that is an engineer.
Amazing.
He designed it and sent me the CAD models, and then I sent the CAD models over to Welding World, and we put it into production.
I hope you got a discount on that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, look, this is probably my favorite boat. Yeah, I love the 32. Yeah, it's great. But realistic for me, and living in South Florida, the 25.
This is a good all-around.
all-around boat. I
Because the
could go
32
offshore.
is not going to do good
Yeah.
inshore.
Like this boat, I can take it offshore.
Yes.
I can get skinny if I wanted to. I could take it to the Bahamas.
Yes.
It's only 50 miles away.
And if you want to make it ride a little bit better, you throw Seakeeper ride on it.
Seakeeper ride. You could put twins on it if you wanted to be a little, I guess.
It's very,
safer
it's
or
very
redundant.
versatile. It's a very,
Yeah.
very versatile platform.
In my opinion, this is the perfect boat for South Florida, especially the South Florida Miami area. I think this is the best size, and it's very easy to
Obtain.
launch and obtain. It's at a great price point. So what are we're looking at as far as price for something like this? I know you guys have a
Well,
price.
by the time that this video comes out, we'll probably be the hull's going to be at $80,000.
80,000. That's just for the hull, just like as you
The
see
hull
here.
with the console, with the single bracket, everything, all the underdeck plumbing, the hardware on the boat.
Yeah.
It includes the cleats, it includes the bow eye, the stern eyes.
Yeah, and the 32. What are we looking at? Bare.
149.
149. I think you guys had a special going on, right?
We
for
have
the-
an
for the
amazing
32?
special going on right now that I would highly suggest that people jump on. But twin 350 V10s rigged on the water for $290. I
don't think you'll find a boat in that class close to that price.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, it's not even close. 100,000 over at least.
At least.
At least,
If not
at
more.
least.
It's at least.
Yeah. So guys, when is the next sea trial event that you guys are thinking about doing? Because we're in Clearwater, Florida.
So we're looking right now at heading out to, we're going to be in Alabama, in the wharf area.
Nice.
We're going to be in Florida. We're going to be going to like the Stewart area around there. We haven't pinpointed a location yet. We're also going to be in the Jacksonville area.
Jacksonville area is huge. I know you wanted to go up to Jacksonville.
Yes.
They do a lot of running far offshore there.
Yes.
And I think the 32.
I think
will
the
be
32 will be perfect for
32 will be
those-
perfect
for
for
those
that
guys
area.
out there.
So guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to put all LTB's info in the description below. You need to check out this boat. I promise you won't be disappointed. This is my favorite boat in this class by far. And I don't think there's anything that comes close as far as value as well. So thank you, Abe.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.
possible.